Hi friends, I am C. Aditya Agarwal and today we have a very special guest with us, CA Pooja Goyal, who was with Ernst& Young in the indirect tax vertical as a manager. She has a rich experience in the field of GST and customs, and today she will be sharing some practical aspects related to project import scheme under customs. So over to you, Pooja.
Yeah, hi Aditya. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to speak on the topic of project import. Hello friends, my name is Pooja Goyal and today we are going to discuss about the topic project import. Yeah. So under project import, let's first discuss about the customs law. So under customs law, whenever we are going to import any of the machineries or any equipment, the rate of custom duty will be applicable as per the tariff heading. So let's say if we have imported some machinery under chapter heading 84, the rate of customs duty will be applicable at the 10% or 7.5%. If we import some machineries for goods falling under Chapter 48, the rate of basic custom duty will be as per the rate given under Chapter 48. So, under project import scheme, a straitjacket rate of 5% has been provided that if we are importing any machinery, any goods falling under any of the chapters, the rate of BCD will be applicable at the rate of 5%. So this benefit can be availed by the projects which are of national importance, and this helps in facilitating the administrative procedures as well. So first let's discuss what is project import scheme and who can avail the benefit of project import scheme. So there are various projects. If we are going to set up those projects or if we are making some expansion in those projects. So expansion here is defined as 25% increment in the installed capacity of the existing plant. So let's say अगर हमारे plant की installed capacity 100 थी पहले and we are increasing the capacity by 25 more and the capacity is going to increase to 125, then also our project will fall under the eligible projects category and we can get the benefit of project import scheme. अब इसके अंदर various projects has been specified for which we can avail the benefit of PI. First is like industrial plants project. Any industrial plant, if we are going to set up, we can have this benefit. Any irrigation plants, mining projects, power projects, mineral exploration projects, and any projects notified by the central government. So central government has given a long list of projects, let's say around 41 projects, which has been specified by them, for which we can avail these benefits, like port mechanical ore handling projects, Konkan railway projects, Calcutta metro rail projects, product pipeline projects, Jorhat to Bogaigaon pipeline projects, electrification projects. So this is around 41 projects for which we can avail these benefits, right? So now let's discuss what all machineries and for what items we can get this benefit. Machineries includes prime movers, any instruments, apparatus, control gears or transmission equipments or any other auxiliary equipments which are imported and are used in the manufacture of the items for supply through this projects can avail the benefit under PI. Other than this, government has also provided that spares can also be imported. So let's say there are multiple projects for which we have to provide maintenance services for 2 years or 3 years. Let's say in a metro projects, we have supplied the metros to the government, and after that we have to maintain those projects. Like we have to provide the maintenance services to the government for taking care of those metros like AMCs. So for maintenance services, we have to supply some spares also. So under project import scheme, there is a restriction that if we import a spare up to the 10% of the value of all the goods, benefit of PI can also be availed, right? So 10% spares can also get the benefit of BCD at the rate of 5%. Under PI, there is a one exemption we have discussed about is 5% of BCD, which was otherwise leviable at the rate of 10% or 7.5%. Other than this, there is one more benefit of IGST. So IGST benefit is coming from the IGST law. Under IGST rate notification 1/2017, there is the rate of 18% which has been provided for the goods falling under chapter 9801, which is the tariff heading of project import. So when we are importing any of the equipment or machinery under project import scheme, BCD will be applicable at the rate of 5% and IGST will be applicable at the rate of 18% irrespective of their chapter heading and whatever rate was applicable under the GST Act, right? Other than this, there is one more administrative benefit which we can discuss is easy assessment of our variety of goods, because now the variety of goods we are importing, but the rate will be applicable at the rate of 5% and the chapter heading will be 9801 irrespective of any chapter headings. So now we don't have to look into the chapter headings, each and every chapter heading and then their rates, because now we are importing the goods under single rate and single chapter heading. So this way it will be easy for us to compute accurate and easily make the computation of the duty from the importer's point of view. As well as from the department point of view, we can see that because for the officer also, he has to assess the bill of entry only for the chapter heading 98 and at the single rate. So in a way, it will be done in the faster manner. Now we can discuss about the procedure for the registration under PI. So now we have already discussed what is project import scheme and what all machineries can be imported and what are the rates under PI. Now let's discuss about the procedure, like how can we get the benefit of PI. So for this, there is a long driven procedure of applying for the registration. There are two steps involved. First one is obtaining a certificate from the sponsoring authority, and second step is registration of the contract with the customs authorities. So sponsoring authority is the authority which we have to identify basis our nature of industry. So let's say if we are into the tire manufacturing plant and we are importing some machinery for setting up of a tire manufacturing plant, so for that sponsoring authority will be Ministry of Heavy Industries, right? And if we are importing some machineries for setting up of our metro projects, we have to manufacture metro and for that we are setting up a plant. So for that sponsoring authority will be Ministry of Commerce. Likewise, the sponsoring authority will be identified depending upon the nature of industry which we are into. So while filing the application before sponsoring authority, we have to provide them the list of goods which we are going to import, which list of machineries which we are going to import, list of spares which we are going to import. Other than that, we have to give them the list of proposed equipments, machineries which we will be importing in future. Other than this list, there are PAN registration documents, IC registration certificate, IM certificate, RCMC certificate, our land deed where our project will be set up, plant will be set up, then the pollution control certificate and electricity certificate. So all these documents are required to be submitted before the sponsoring authority. So once sponsoring authority will scrutinize all these documents, they will issue a recommendation letter or clearance certificate or a sponsoring certificate. All these names are of the certificate issued by the sponsoring authority, right? So once sponsoring authority issues the recommendation letter, or we may call it as a clearance certificate, then we may apply to the customs authority for registration of our contract. So the customs authority will be identified on the basis of the port where we are going to import our goods. So let's say if we are going to import our goods on Nhava Sheva as well as some other port, right? So for the two ports, we have to apply to the two customs authority and we have to segregate our list depending on the port. So we have 10 items which has to be imported in the project import. However, 5 will be imported at Nhava Sheva port and 5 will be imported at Mundra port. So we have to apply to the both authorities. They will also scrutinize the documents. After that, they will issue the registration certificate. After getting the registration certificate, we may simply file our bill of entries giving the chapter heading 98 and rate of customs duty of 5%, and goods can be imported easily. So this registration typically takes 1.5 months to 2 months, and depending upon the document submission and filing of all the documents, right? So after submission of documents, we get the bill of we get the project import certificate. Our goods has been imported. Now what? After final clearance of the goods, that is after final clearance of the last shipment, we have to apply for the finalization of the contract, that is closure of the contract, again with the sponsoring authority, giving the detail of goods which has been imported, giving the proof that exact value and quantity of goods has been imported under the PI regulations, which we have given earlier. So hope this helps you in getting some insights about the project import. Thank you. Thank you so much, friends.
Thank you, Pooja. It was a valuable deliberation indeed. Now to all the viewers, we will come up with more such videos on customs and GST. Till then, please keep liking and sharing our channel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pooja.